Please welcome our next fighter making his way to the cage, Vince Cachero.
You scare him.
It's Sunday night in Los Angeles, California. Time for the University of Mixed Martial Arts from Club Nokia at LA Live. I'm Rich Slayton, joined by Larry Landless to call the action tonight in this fight between Vince Cachero and Michael Derderian at 135 pounds. On his way into the cage right now, Vince Cachero from Playa Vista, originally Hawaii, training with Systems Training Center here in California.
Yeah, he dropped down in weight from a 145 pounder to 135 pounder. He participated in the draft combine at UFC Expo in July.
Put on by Uriah Faber.
Put on by Uriah Faber. Yeah, he's got fluid movement, transitions well. He's a sticky wrestler, and people don't understand what a sticky wrestler is. They think maybe he didn't bathe, but the truth is, like sticky hands and Jeet Kune Do and what have you, you know, you don't let go of your clinch, you don't let go of your holds, and you're all over the guy, and you just keep that hand contact, which is like, if you're gonna grapple, that's the way to be.
Giving someone no room to breathe and no room to move. He's not just a good wrestler, also a very fine boxer who controls distance well and rolls with the punches very nicely. You know, you often in mixed martial arts see people striking style based and a kickboxing style controlling distance and less roll. Vince Cachero puts both of those two things together well. Yeah,
and the good thing about being a sticky wrestler, like I tell people all the time in the sport of wrestling, but also in self-defense, you can close your eyes and you know exactly where your opponent is. If you're touching them, if you're all over them, you're holding on to them.
And his opponent, Michael Slayer Derderian.
Across from Vince Cachero is 31-year-old Michael Derderian from Legends MMA and 10th Planet here in Los Angeles, California, with a record of no wins and 1 loss. But that 1 loss coming 4 years ago here at the U against Saul Ayan. We have to think there's been some pretty big advancement in that time since.
Yeah, he's a purple belt under Eddie Bravo, who was injured 2 years ago, but now he's back. And he trains at Legends MMA, 10th Planet, as you said. This kid's transitional. That means that he likes to transition from submission to submission while he's fighting and grappling. So let's see how this works out. This kid, Vince Cachero, has a lot of grappling background, so we'll see who pulls it off first.
Little change there for Derderian. It's actually no longer Legends MMA. 10th Planet headquarters is now Hardcore Gym. Little different here.
Yes, I stand corrected. Thank you.
Derderian now, as you said, a purple belt under Eddie Bravo. He spent a couple of years off for injury, but now he is here and ready to show the growth that's been happening over the last 4 years.
And you got to always admire a comeback.
Interesting matchup here for Vince Cachero versus Mike Derderian. Cachero appeared here a few years ago against Tanner Chapman, put up a very good fight and was caught in sort of a sneaky flash triangle by Chapman, but then got it back on the winning column with a victory over DeMar George. And now up here against the 10th Planet purple belt, a very dangerous purple belt.
Yes, and anyone that trains with Eddie Bravo has some good ground game. So,
signature move for Derderian, in fact, is a reverse triangle. So we'll see if history plays out the way it has in the past. To get things started, let's go inside the cage with Salvador Arellano.
Our next fight of the evening is scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds in the 135-pound division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist. He steps into the cage with a record of 1 win and 1 loss. He stands at 5 feet 6 inches tall and weighing officially at 134.4 pounds. Representing Systems Training Center from Kaneohe, Hawaii, Vince Cachero. And his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, a freestyle fighter. He comes to this fight with a record of no wins and 1 loss. He stands at 5 feet 9 inches tall and weighed in officially at 132.8 pounds. Fighting with 10th Planet HQ from Hollywood, California, Michael Slayer Derderian. And in charge of the action, Mylan Ayers.
Get ready, folks, for 3 2-minute rounds in 135-pound division between Vince Cachero in the blue corner and Michael Derderian in the red corner. It starts here. Quick strikes here from Cachero. Derderian, counter right hand over.
Yeah, overhand right. Looks like he wants to land that.
Two very solemn-faced fighters squaring off.
Overhands and throw outside leg kick.
What do we do with those?
A little low.
Come on, Mike. Loose. Relax.
Good, Vince. On the center. You get to the center.
Lots of respect so far between these two competitors.
Where's our angles, Mike?
Pretty quick. I feel like when one guy gets off, they're gonna just start rolling with the punches. Should start throwing.
Don't reach.
Nice,
Little jab.
Beautiful counter hook.
Derderian
Shoulders turned in.
clearly moving much better than he was 4 years ago.
Wow.
Hands up, hands up.
More of a trip to the strike,
I
Mike.
love the patience.
Hands up, Mike.
I love the
Mike,
patience,
hands up.
Vince. On the center again.
I need those hands up, Mike. Active. Where's the jab,
Vince
baby?
Cachero,
Get
front
the
hand
outside
low.
leg kicks and
Don't
overhands.
wait.
That's all he's got.
You can't wait, Mike. Chin is down. Chin
Nice.
is down. Active, Mike.
Use that jab,
Don't let
baby.
him sit off.
Standing very erect.
Active, Mike. Active. Where's my
Making
angles,
himself a bigger
man?
target.
Where's my angles? Where's my chin? Where's my chin?
With that outside leg
Down.
kick
Down
without setting up.
shoulders,
Just like I
Mike.
said.
Cachero, inside leg kick.
Back and
Your
straight
straight
up.
right's going to land all day
Left hand
long.
combination.
Angles, Mike.
Straight
Angles.
right's going to land all day long.
Active, active, active. Where's your space?
30 seconds
Good
left in this
inside
round.
leg kick.
Where's your space?
Derderian throws things and pulls his head back. So he's using
Nice.
power with
What are we
it.
doing,
Every time he
Mike?
pulls his head back while he's throwing
doing?
something, he's using
What
power.
are we doing? Come on,
Right
Mike.
down the
Come
pipe
on,
with that
Mike.
straight
Don't
right.
just stay stiff. That's good.
Jab
Straight
lands
right,
for
right down the
Derderian.
pipe.
Follow it through. Active, Mike. Active, Mike.
Very patient, both these fighters.
Right on, Vince.
Active.
Okay, tough one to call.
Not
because
much to
not
judge
much
off in that
happening.
first round.
With the takedown, the leg grab, the takedown, and I think he probably landed 1 or 2 strikes more. I'm gonna squeeze this one to the blue corner over Derderian. And if I'm wrong, I'm not gonna really apologize for it because nothing happened really. You know, it wasn't enough to go on to judge.
Not a lot to go on there. I mean, you could judge because you add in balance as a category. Derderian fell down a couple times off of those catches by Vince Cachero. But really, not a whole lot to go off here in this first round.
Yeah, but he did nothing off it. You know, the guy got right back up. But just the fact that, you know, if you have to judge one thing, and the only thing was a takedown, and the guy got right back up after the takedown, you got to give him credit for the takedown because nothing else happened.
Well, luckily we can have a 10-10 round. That might be what we had in the first. Let's move along. 2 minutes for our round number 2.
Yeah, you don't want fighters that fight to not lose. You want fighters that fight to win.
Come on, Mike.
Lost that round, so he's going to bring it a little harder now.
Use the chin.
A little higher output so far from Michael Derderian.
Watch when he goes flat, Mike.
I think they're both
Come on.
so cautious
You
and so
already know.
respectful of each
Active,
other.
active. Not just straight back, Mike.
They, you know,
Angles,
they're
baby.
gonna
Angle.
Have the audience cheer on them. in a
Look at the
minute,
shift.
and
Look at
start
the shift.
putting
You already
things
know
out
this.
there.
Cachero looking for an opening, not finding one.
There all day too.
Oh, he's trying to trap on him.
And here we go. The most decisive offensive match in the fight so far. Cachero with the trip. Now inside control, backs out.
I think
Beautiful,
Derderian
Vince.
was possibly trying to go for a
Right
flying
down the
armbar
middle,
by
straight
trapping
right.
it in. But he trapped it.
Come on, Mike. Let's go.
Big punches on the way in for Vince Cachero.
Hold on, Mike.
Now we got the grappling coming into play. He's spinning underneath, trying to get a knee bar. They gave up a north-south position. And Charo's sprawling out of it wisely. He needs to create a better angle. That's not a good angle for him right there.
We didn't mention earlier the signature move from Michael Derderian, that reverse triangle.
Score points,
Yes,
Mike. Body.
He's got to stay away from the legs. He's got to keep his head away from
Body.
the legs.
Move. Come on, Mike. Move.
Cachero needs to try and get that right arm across the head on the other side, and try and create some posture up a little. Because he's actually got an arm bar on that side.
Good, I like
If
the
he were to
north-south
get the knee
better.
on the chest.
There's a north-south choke right there.
He's not even trying to do that. He keeps lapping and looking for things.
13 seconds.
There's nothing happening with this.
Move, Mike. Active, Mike. Active.
Nice inside leg kick, jab combination from Cachero.
Relax.
Okay, the question you got to ask now. Striking. Who was more effective with striking? There's not a lot to go on. Who was more effective with grappling? Not a lot to go on, because one was offensively grappling, one was defensive grappling, but you know,
We did have Cachero on top twice.
that's
better
the only
position.
thing is the takedowns. We've got to, you know, and nobody likes to hear that, but we have nothing else to judge it on. So I have to go with just the takedowns, because there wasn't enough significant strikes to say one person over the other. It was pretty tied with strikes. So as a coach, you got to know your guys losing.
1 round remains here between Vince Cachero and Michael Derderian. So far, pretty razor thin, maybe a slight advantage for Cachero going into the third, but really, this is anyone's fight. "120 seconds remain. Will Vince Cachero convince the judges it's his game, or will Michael Derderian pull out the victory?
Turn the hip. Turn the hip.
Exchange of head kicks, both blocked.
Where is it? There you go. Keep circling and moving. Yeah, I told you, you gotta try to come on, Mike. Come on, loosen up. Too stiff. Loosen up. Come on, Mike. Come on,
That
Mike.
same inside left jab combination of Cachero.
Yeah, that seems to be the only thing.
Boom, right down the middle.
He needs to fall with the right. Oh, caught him with the uppercut. And he's bad position, taking punches on the head.
Hammer fists.
Very wise.
Cachero landing whatever he can.
That's where his arm belongs when you're on the ground. There, your arm's in a better position. Got to get this knee out and place it on the hip closest to him. There, he's got to get that knee out. Got to get that knee out and place it close to the hip. And now you stop all movement. The elbow stopping the hips from moving out. The other knee will stop the hips from
Look to
moving
pop
in.
up under the knee.
Up, he got off.
Let him up.
So maybe he wants to keep it on the feet.
Right down the middle. He's still
So
rocked.
far, the most significant output of the night. Cachero,
Still rocked from that uppercut.
straight right, dropped Derderian.
Go hard. 40 seconds.
Striking, even grappling, to be honest with you. He has a side mount.
Boom, there you go.
30 seconds remain to decide this bout.
Hands up, straight
At this
follow
point,
down the middle.
What else do I need, Mike?
Straight hard punches.
Michael's going to need to go big. He's going to have to
Hard straight left.
drop him seriously and
Come right after.
knock him out, because possibly he's not winning
Throws that kick, you go right.
any more than one round. He's not going to win this round, so he's got to drop him.
10 seconds, Vince. Take him down.
And the coaches don't seem too excited about it. They need to
Pressure on him, Vince.
let him know that.
There you go, nice.
Derderian ducks under, well defended by Cachero.
Wise to push the head away and strike it. Yeah, that's pretty easy for me, Cachero. 2 if not 3 rounds. I'll give it to Cachero.
Both fighters paying a lot of respect to each other, both during the fight and after the fight. Maybe next time a little less respect during the fight.
You know, it's okay to have the respect, but whistle to whistle, bell to bell, horn to horn, you got to throw. You got to throw. You know, people come to see a fight. You know, they don't want to see a guy not lose. They want to see a guy win.
The two very game competitors stepped into the cage tonight. Not a lot to go on here, but you have to think that there was enough from Vince Cachero to pull out the victory.
Yeah, insignificant as far as like, you know, nothing clean cut as far as a knockout or a knockdown or attempted submission hold. It was just enough to win.
I'm really enjoying the music selection tonight, I'm not gonna lie.
The fighters conferring
Not a 90s.
on who caught whom with what.
I love that part. Yeah, they're and you know what? This is a learning experience for them. I see this as a learning experience. When you talk to your fighter after, and like, oh, remember this, remember that. It's a learning experience.
For the official decision, let's go inside the cage with Salvador Arellano.
After 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges score the fight the same at 30-27 for your winner by unanimous decision. Out of the blue corner, Vince Cachero.
Let's give it up for both these fighters. Vince, come talk to me. It's good to see you again.
It's great to see you. It's great to be back here at UFMMA. Best crowd here. Best crowd in California right here. Thank you, guys. Love you.
We do have the best crowd. Now, this is a drop in weight for you. How did you feel fighting at 135?
I felt great. You know, I fought my first fight at 45. I had a second at 35. I'm back here again at 35, and I just feel awesome. This is my weight class.
Yeah, I think you found a home. Talk about the fight a little bit. What makes you feel like that you were able to get the W?
Oh, you know, I owe it all to my team, my coaches at Systems Training Center. We got the best team here. We got guys in UFC. We got guys in Bellator, World Series. They're all over the place. Ian Harris, Marcus Koval, James Teal, Pedro Munoz. All those guys are awesome.
That sounds like a good place to get some training in. What's next for you?
What's next? Who knows? Maybe U of MMA will do like a 4-man tournament for a bantamweight belt.
J-Tan, did you hear that?
I'd love to have that. And before I go here, guys, I just want to give a shout out to everyone who came out and support for me. Everyone from Systems, the Boiling Crab. We got CPK people here. And of course, last but not least, Monosport. Monosportco.com. We have a kids foundation. We donate to kids at risk here in Hawthorne, California. Please check that out online. If there's a kid here tonight who wants to train some MMA, come talk to me after. We'll hook you up.
He's a fighter. He's a philanthropist. We love him. Give it up for him, Vince Cachero.